Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my reorientation series. This is part of Gabby's TED Talks, and today we are focusing more on the actual reorientation part of our life and how we actually devote ourselves to this. So if you didn't listen to part 1, definitely recommend checking that out, but as a little recap, we kind of talked about who we are as a person. In order to reorient ourselves, we have to know what we are oriented around right now. So, a couple great strategies to kind of see what you're oriented around is just self reflection, deep meditation, prayer. What are your goals set about? Analyzing your daily habits and who you are as a person, and even gaining other perspectives from trusted friends, therapy, journaling. There are so many different methods, and it's not a cookie cutter method for everyone. So I would recommend just trying a bunch of different methods and seeing which one works best for you. In addition to this, after we kind of analyze ourselves, now we actually get to put that in practice. And that is what I'm super excited to talk about today. It's just 2 points, so pretty easy to remember. First step is actually, and this is based off of what, as I said earlier, this is based off of what my church has been saying. So what I've found is that a lot of the doctrines and principles that my church is talking about is very applicable to anything. So you don't have to belong to specifically Christianity for this. This is for everyone because good wisdom is for everyone, right? So what I'd like to talk about first is beginning to devote yourself to your mission. In order to reorient your life, now you need to take action. We've analyzed before, what is our mission in life? What are we made for? What is our purpose? Right? And that is different for everyone. Someone may have a purpose to go abroad and become a missionary, right? Other people might have a purpose to design and use their innovative STEM mind to design a cure for something that has never been cured before. Other people may be local. It might just be create a more inclusive community for those around you, be more welcoming. Everyone has such a beautiful niche purpose that contributes to the overall betterment of society. So no matter how small or big you think it is, it matters, and always remember that. So now that we've actually found our mission, how do we actually devote ourselves to that? Well, we actually devote ourselves to missions by setting goals. This is where we collectively say, I want this. For example, if I wanted to go study abroad and complete my life mission of, let's say, being a missionary and spreading the gospel abroad, right? How do I sit down and achieve this? And the first step is with goals. And I kind of looked up a couple of different goal-making methods because it is so different for everyone. There's different types of learners that we all kind of categorize in. So for me, I'm a very visual learner. So for me, making a vision board of the goals I want to achieve makes these goals more achievable. So whether you're a visual person, definitely recommend vision boards. If you're more tactile, start writing out these goals and even act them out. Visualize them. Physically get yourself up and talk about it to someone. Physically get yourself up and act it out. Make a painting of it. Whatever works best for you to visualize those goals and actually have them set in your brain, you can set those goals. I also asked Google, because source of all information, right? And they said to start writing down SMART goals. So these SMART goals, which I'm going to explain now really quickly, they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So make sure that your goals are specific, that they have an intended purpose. Why am I making this goal? So then I can achieve this. Okay, why am I putting yeast in my bread mix? So the bread can rise. That is a specific goal. Measurable. I want my bread to rise 3 inches when it's put in the oven at 350 degrees. I'm going off on a tangent right now, but you can kind of see how these goals are made. And it is achievable. My bread is made. It is relevant. I love bread. And it's time bound because this bread will be cooked within 1 hour. Bread makers, please don't hate me. I don't know anything about bread. Anyways, this is how we start actually achieving what we want, our mission and goals. Next, in devoting ourselves to our goals, is really setting aside time to achieve those. So one of the main things that have worked for me and many other people I've talked to, other psychologists, is actual calendar setting. It's so simple, but taking a calendar or a planner and setting aside time for yourself and for you to get your wins of the day, your mental, your spiritual, and your physical wins.
I follow an influencer named Janya,
and he is amazing how he talks about obtaining your 3 wins for the day. So it is a spiritual, a mental, and a physical win. So your mental win can come in journaling, reading, finding something to mentally decompress, allow your mind to grow and cultivate, rather than just staring at your phone and getting in this daily dose of brain rot or this daily dose of blue screen that just destroys your vision and interrupts your brain waves lengths, especially when you're just waking up. There's a lot of studies on this, how the blue light from your screen ruins the I really don't know how to explain this because I'm not a psychologist myself, but there's certain brain wavelengths that your brain initiates and goes through and changes as you go through the process of waking up. The blue light from your screen actually makes you skip your brain wavelengths from one stage, makes them skip 5 stages all the way to the very alert stage. So now you're hyper focused throughout the day and very overly alert and overstimulated. So it's kind of the over end. Anyways, I digress. Make time for yourself. So I use Google Calendar, but there are a million different apps out there that you can use to schedule time. So schedule time not just for your classes, but not just for, I need to eat this time. If that's what helps for you, go do that. Also schedule time for yourself. Schedule time in the morning. I'm going to journal and get my mental win there. At night, I'm going to go meditate. I'm going to pray. I'm going to read my religious text at this time. Spiritual win. Physical win. I'm going to schedule time for the gym at this time. If you don't have time for the gym, I'm going to go schedule a walk at this time. Make sure your time that you're scheduling for yourself is oriented towards your goal of making yourself a better person, oriented towards your mission. And that right there is the 2-step success to just devoting yourself to your mission. Next is find your people. If you want to reorient your life successfully, you need to be surrounded by good people who are going to help you reorient your life. My mother loves saying this to me every time, especially going off into college, new people, new faces. You are the 5 people you hang around with. And this is so true, because if you know a friend, or I feel like everyone has gone through a similar experience of where they used to be really close with someone and they started hanging out with a different group of people and there was a dramatic change in them. There was some switch up. And that has happened to at least someone once in their life, or they've noticed it in a friend, a relative, a distant friend of a friend. It has happened to everyone. And this is why it is so important to surround yourself with like-minded people. Let me rephrase that. Like-minded as in similar goals. It is good to have people from different backgrounds, different diversities, and people with different types of thinking. Don't ever misinterpret that in any way. Having yourself with a diverse group of people who are going to push you and give you different opinions, beliefs, and different ways of thinking is going to develop you as a person. But what matters the most is that you guys have the same mindset, a growth mindset. If you are surrounding yourself with people who constantly tear themselves down, who constantly are so complacent with just staying where they are and have no desire to grow themselves as a person, to develop themselves as a person, no desire to reach their mission and their goal in life, and they are not reoriented towards a higher purpose, then those are not your people. Those people are never going to make you grow. And I urge you to go find people who are going to help you, people to push you. Real friends, they will always stay with you and they will motivate you to achieve the things you want to achieve. If you want to open up that business and you know you are capable of opening up that business, what is holding you back? Are your friends telling you you have no shot at this business? Or are your friends telling you you should not be doing this? Why? Because you're better off just where you are now. You should just stay here. Now, obviously, there are a million different situations, and I'm completely generalizing this. So don't turn on me and be like, oh, well, Gabby said, you're a bad friend because you told me not to do this. No, very generalized statement I am making. But the main point is I want you to go out, seek friends that are good for you and that are going to push you to achieve your mission and the goal and purpose you have set for your life. And don't let anyone ever deter you. And some good methods for finding good friends is exuding the energy you want to put in. I believe this is a very universal law of the energy you exude into the world, you are going to get back. If you are exuding negative energy, if you are exuding non-motivational, depressed, sad, lacking any type of growth mindset, you are going to attract people who don't want to grow. People who are stuck where they are. You are going to attract people who are going to tear you down with them. Rather, if you start exuding confident energy, a goal-setting energy, where you know you are going to achieve what you want, where you know you are going to actively pursue your goals and the mission that you have set yourself, if you are oriented towards something that is going to better yourself, you are going to start attracting people that are good for you. Whether or not you want it. You are what you attract and you attract what you are. Never forget that. Okay? And another great way of finding friends is just getting yourself out there. In college, I know it's very easy to join a club, go involve yourself in some organization. And in the adult world, it is also hard, but there are many, many different ways you can get yourself involved in some community organization. Start volunteering. When you start giving to the world's going to give back to you. Universal law. When you start giving, you receive. So start giving into the world, start volunteering, get yourself involved with a community group. Facebook, it is the online age, okay? There are so many different online groups. While I would be very cautious with them, there are so many different online groups, so many different admins, so many different purposes, so many different goals that you can get yourself involved in, and I would definitely encourage that as well. So whatever way it may be, I pray that you find your people, because these people are going to change your life. Anyways, that is all of today. I am so glad you listened with me the entire time. I know I went on a couple tangents, but I hope you know that in this reorientation process, you got this, and I believe in you. I love you guys so much. Begin devoting yourself to your mission and find the people to support you with that. I love you guys.